What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I will be creating this look right here. I'll show you guys how I did the eye look and my face makeup. I feel like I don't really do my face makeup on here often. I do a lot of eye looks, so this will be just a chill get ready with me, show you guys how I do my makeup and all my techniques and all that. So for the eyeshadow, I actually use the Conspiracy palette. I know a lot of you guys are getting it in the mail recently. I also have a giveaway going on, so I will leave that in the description down below if you want to enter it. I'm giving away one of the Conspiracy palettes. The last date to enter is December 5th, but I don't want to talk too much about it right now because I talked about it already in another video, so I will leave that down in the description. So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Alright you guys, so the very first thing I do when I start my makeup is I usually go in with my brows, so that later on when I go in with my foundation and everything, it just cleans everything up. So lately I've actually been using more brow pencils versus the ABH Dip Brow, which I really like, and it matches my eyebrows really well. Like, they do really well at matching the color of your eyebrow, but I just feel like it's a bit much for every day. Like, I feel like a brow pencil is a lot better. So I'm gonna pick up this one from Pure Cosmetics. This is their brow pencil and it's in medium. And some of the products that I'm gonna mention today were actually sent to me complimentary, so anything that is gifted, I will leave it down below. Picking up the brow pencil from Pure, I'm going in with the shade medium, and this brow lately has like just been doing its own thing. I don't know what's going on. You see, it kind of just looks like a squiggly line. So I usually just like to brush my eyebrows up and clean them up, and then I'll go in and fill them in. And I haven't gotten my eyebrows done in a really long time, so I feel like they've just been a bit wacky. So typically before I go in with my eyebrows, I'll pick up a tweezer and just pluck any like hairs that are just underneath here. I try not to really pluck above, but only underneath. A couple times I've done like eye tutorials and forgot to tweeze my eyebrows, and you guys definitely let me know that, but I noticed that like the shadow was just a little bit like patchy, so I'll try to tweeze them at least a little bit underneath. So the first thing I like to do is sort of shape the brow, and then I'll fill it in, and I'm going upwards when I do this. And while I do it, I also sort of blend it out using the dual-ended brush. Alright guys, so I went ahead and did my other brow off camera, so I don't really do too much. I just go really quick with the brow pencil and kind of fill it in so it doesn't look really sparse. So, and I'll try to fix this one. I don't know why, but my eyebrows just look like distant cousins lately. Like, there's just a lot going on with them. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go in now with primer. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Correcting Primer. This has a salicylic acid in it, so if you do have acne, you may like this because you can kind of wear this under your makeup. I know I use salicylic acid like at night, but this is kind of cool because you can wear it during the day. I just apply primer wherever I have my pores, and I'll just focus right here on my forehead. If you feel like makeup comes off a lot on your nose, then put that on your nose as well. That happens to me sometimes too. So as you guys can see all over my face, I have a ton of redness going on, so I'm gonna go in with green color corrector. So I actually have been using two things lately. So this is my go-to. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this one is the green one. I love this for correcting redness. So Coastal Scents actually sent me this one, the Camo Quad Concealer, and I tried it on, and the green in it is very vibrant. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my skin, and I'm going to try to really blend that in so it's, you know, there's not like extra texture when I apply my concealer or my foundation. So what I like to do is I actually like to let the green color corrector sort of sit on my face for a little bit before I go in right away with foundation. So I'm picking the P. Louise base, and this is in Rumor 01. This is my favorite eyeshadow base. Alright, I'm gonna let that green color corrector sort of sit on the face for a bit, and I'm gonna pick up the Conspiracy palette. I'm gonna go in with Tanacon. Alright, so I'm just going to add Tanacon into the crease. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the palette again, and I'm picking up that same brush, and I'm mixing Diet Root Beer and My Rides here. Alright, so I'm just adding that into the outer crease. Alright, so I'm gonna pick up the palette, and I'm going in with Ranch, and I'm picking up this brush from Sigma. This is a cream color E58. I don't know, this brush is really good at picking up shimmer and packing it on. With his shimmers, you don't really need to like cut the crease or anything. Like, they're so pigmented on their own, so that's why I'm not cutting the crease. and that's why I'm not spraying it with anything. I'm literally just gonna go in with the shimmer by itself. So I have Ranch right here on my brush, and I'm going to bring that into the inner lid. And I'm gonna look down when I do this. So right about here, I'm gonna stop. And I went back into the palette and packed a little bit more of that shimmer on. And I'm gonna pat off so that, you know, it doesn't get all over the place and it's easier to apply. Alright, so I'm going to flip the other side of the brush, and I'm gonna go into the palette and pick up Just a Theory, which is that champagne color. Okay, so I'm picking up my Morphe M124 brush. This is great for packing on any shimmer, and I'm gonna get spiraling and add that into the outer corner. So right here on my brush, I have that dark brown shimmer shade, and we're just going to apply that into the outer corner. So I'm gonna pick up the brush that I used to apply Just a Theory to sort of blend them out. Alright you guys, now that I finished the eye look, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. So I'm picking up this stick foundation from Pure Cosmetics. This one is in light tan. I like stick foundations like this because it lets you kind of control where you want to apply the foundation if you want to build certain areas more. So I'm gonna go in with a foundation brush and just blend that all out. Alright, so I'm using this Sigma Max Kabuki 3D HD brush. Alright you guys, so for contour, I'm gonna go in with cream contour since it is the winter, so I'm trying to use more cream products. So I have lines underneath my eyes, so if I bring the concealer or any cream contour too high up, it's just gonna seep into that line, so I'd rather just start underneath it. So I'm grabbing the lighter shade and I'm just applying a little bit underneath just to brighten the underneath of my eyes, and I'm going sort of like in a triangle. And then you can do your nose and just go straight down, like a really thin line. So whenever I am applying any contour shade, I always go in with a flat foundation brush like this, and I just sort of pat it on. And I tend to get a lot of texture or a lot of redness underneath here on my cheek. So using like a brush like this to really pat it on makes it really stay on the face and really blend better. When I used to apply concealer pretty high up here, I would notice that it would just always go into that eye crease and just stay there the whole day. And if at any time you feel like, okay, I added way too much of that light shade, you can always grab your foundation brush and sort of blend the two shades together. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the dark contour side, and the way I like to contour is sort of just bring it up. And I just go in with a little bit right here, and I sort of like to bring it into my hairline so it looks, you know, more natural and doesn't look like I actually got it in my hair by accident. So the best way, in my opinion, to blend cream contour is to use a Duo Fiber brush like this. So I'm gonna blend it out and blend it upwards. And I'm going in really light circular motions. And always make sure whenever you're blending out contour, you're always going up and not down, because that's what we're trying to do. We're really trying to lift the cheeks. And if you have any left over, you can just use that to sort of contour your nose. And I like to go up and down and then underneath here too. You guys, so this is what it looks like with no contour, and this is what it looks like. So I like the way it looks. You could always use powder to kind of clean up the underneath there. Since I'm gonna kind of avoid using powder, I'm just going to get my foundation brush and clean that up just because I felt like I went a little too underneath. And I'm gonna go in now with a cream blush. So I started using this Hydra Tint cream blush from Clove and Halo, and this is a really cool brand. You can go online and they explain like all of their ingredients and why they put it in. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Blossom. This is actually one of the lightest shades in the blush thing. I think I ordered the wrong one, but surprisingly it actually doesn't look bad. Adding a couple drops onto my cheeks. This is a cream blush. Okay, I added a lot. I'm going to pick up a duo fiber brush like this. It's from Zorea, and it's a duo fiber 821. So I'm going to pat it down and then blend it out. And sometimes I like to add a little bit of blush onto my forehead just to make the look all come together. And I'm going to pick up my foundation brush because I do feel like I did put a little bit of too much blush on. I'm not adding any more foundation. It's literally just what's left over. Alright you guys, so that is the finished look. I think I'm just going to skip on highlight because this blush itself is kind of like has a little bit of a sheen to it, so I don't feel like I need to go in with highlight. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go in with a really nude lip. I'm grabbing this Morphe liner, and this is Coffee and Kissy. Okay, so I'm picking up one of my favorite shades from Jeffree Star. This is Can't Relate. At first when I tried this on my lip by itself, I didn't like it, but when I go in with a darker lip liner, I actually end up loving this shade. This is just like a really nude light pink. I'm picking up a blending brush because I want to fix my eyes really quick. I want to sort of blend in this darker shade Spiraling with Just a Theory a little bit better and just bring that into my crease right here. And then I'm gonna sort of bring it above. Alright, so for mascara, I'm picking up this mascara from the drugstore. This is the Great Lash. I feel like this has been around for years. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed that little get ready with me. I did try to use as many Pure Cosmetics products as I could. The only one I didn't use was this one called the Pure and Barbie Glittery Pink Mask, but I used it on my Instagram and it actually made my face pink. So for a while now I've been wanting to film this video because I first really liked the foundation that they came out with. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Selfie, and I really like this foundation. So I want to use some other products by them, and I feel like a lot of people don't really review them. So as always, these products were sent to me complimentary. Anything that was complimentary or gifted I will put down in the comments below. So alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.